Like this radio has an antenna, you have intuition. Intuitive thinking is a part of our subconscious mind, and our subconscious operates incredibly fast. It scans and analyzes everything going on in real time. It looks for patterns and sends us signals when it detects anything that is out of place in our environment. However, our conscious mind, our cognitive mind, processes more slowly. It takes the information and processes, organizes, and prioritizes it so we can have a focused, conscious, and a more nuanced understanding of our environment and its context. And that takes time. And when we face danger, we probably don't have time. So we need to trust the subconscious, intuitive process and get to know its signals. Our subconscious mind is wired for safety. It analyzes patterns and looks for potential dangers in our surroundings constantly. It notices when something is outside of the normal pattern and sends us warnings when things aren't as they should be. It'll send alarms in the form of feelings and physical sensations. If it detects danger, it'll begin the process of changing our chemistry to deal with that danger. Maybe we'll experience an overall heightened alertness. Maybe the hair on our necks will stand up. Maybe a nagging gut feeling that something isn't quite right will start to stir. These are warning signs our subconscious is sending our way before our conscious mind has analyzed and figured out exactly what it is that isn't quite right. This is the intuitive process. So, how do we tap into our intuition? Well, we develop our self-awareness. An intuitive person is a self-aware person. We need to find our emotional baseline. Ask yourself, how do you feel when you know that you are safe? Be familiar with that feeling. And when that feeling changes, you'll be aware that your intuition is sending you signals that you can begin to investigate, your environment for potential threats. Places, situations, and circumstances have a baseline of what is normal and expected. When something in our environment is out of place, our intuition will detect it and send us a feeling. So frequently ask yourself, how do I feel right now? And if something feels off, then analyze the environment to see if something in the environment or a person's behavior sparked that feeling. So be a curious observer. Our deep brain will respond to patterns in our environment that sends us signals like emotions and physical sensations. So here's an exercise. Next time you're in an uncomfortable situation, like a crowded elevator, or you hear a loud bang that startles you, detect in your body where that physical feeling is. That's the part of your body that your intuition is sending signals to. Even though the job of our conscious mind is to analyze those feelings and detect the context and the reason that they're there, it will sometimes over-rationalize those feelings and discount them. We might be tempted to discount those feelings and cut ourselves off from our intuitive antenna because maybe we don't want other people to think we're overreacting. And also, we do not want to appear emotional because emotional has been made synonymous with irrational in our culture. Another reason we cut ourselves off from our intuition is we don't believe or do not want to believe the information that's coming in. Most of us have a moral compass and believe that we can trust the people around us and that the world is completely a safe place. So when information comes in that contradicts that belief, then we will be tempted to dismiss those warnings that our intuition is trying to tell us because it doesn't fit our programming. Criminals and people with bad intentions count on you to have this social fear when they gain access to you. They want you to discount those feelings. The idea that someone has bad intentions when gaining access to us feels horrible, and we might have a feeling of shock, betrayal, disgust, and fear. If we're in the habit of avoiding these uncomfortable feelings, then we'll have contradicting thoughts that could lead us into denial, and then denial could walk us blindly right into a bad situation. Mike? 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 Mikey? All right. Okay, I lost my cat, but let's summarize this. Our subconscious is concerned about our safety, and it'll send us signals when something isn't right. When we get those signals, analyze the environment to see if anything is not as it should be. We need to accept the reality that most people are good, so we should have a baseline feeling of safety, and get to know that baseline feeling. But no, not everyone is good, and some situations are not safe. And some people will exploit our vulnerabilities if we give them the opportunity. So if we accept that this is the reality of the times that we live in, then we'll be more apt to listen to that occasional blip on our intuitive radar. And don't fall into denial because you don't want to appear overreactive or irrational. Your safety is more important than what people think of you.